How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Starting 11. Before we get going, I haven't seen the Kroenke interview yet. I know it's just landed and there's a few comments in the chat about it. Believe you me, I need to study that interview in depth. But from the clips coming out, I can kind of already get the gist of the rubbish he's going to talk. If you want to know my reaction, then go over to my channel tonight. I'll do a reaction to that Kroenke stuff because it is a big deal.
Let's have a good debate about it on Monday.
Yeah, let's
do it.
I'm not in this week, but
Let's not then.
Debate it.
No, we need you.
Debate it because he's already talking some rubbish.
No, he can't sway you.
Don't let the 48 hours around Super League define me. No one's defined you by them 48 hours. We've defined you by the 15 years, mate. So where's he coming from? Already, just from that clip, I can tell where that interview's headed. Take some ownership of the last 14, 15 years before that. Not the 48 hours you keep on talking about Super League and trying to use that as we're going to change from this moment. No, you should have changed from a long time ago. You want Arsenal to be great. We was great when you bought us.
Yeah.
Now you've dragged us in the mud. You want us to be great again. Come on, man. It's all wordplay.
Do you think Josh Kroenke's the owner?
Yeah, he's the face, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, but I think the one thing I'll say, and maybe I'm giving... Again, I haven't watched the interview, so I don't want to give him too much leniency, but Stan Kroenke, for me, was always the guy. Like, that was the guy I looked at when I had my anger or whatever. It feels to me like in a kind of desperate attempt to keep the club, knowing that Stan doesn't really give a shit about it, you've got a Josh Kroenke who maybe wants to be the guy to be like, I'll run this.
Yeah, because he's doing more communication turkeys between him and obviously the fans.
I don't want to give him too much credit.
Yeah, nor do I, but they're trying to bridge some sort of...
I don't feel the same way about him that I do about his dad. That's all I'll say. But we'll see.
You're right, and the way I look at that is, let's say, I'm an owner of anything. And my name's tarnished, I've, been used as a scapegoat, however he sees it. I've got a son here. It's easy to transition it into my son and let him become a new face. Essentially, it's the same family name. I don't want the family name near this club. Josh, Stan, Jesse, Henry, I don't care what cousin comes out of the woodwork in the next few years.
Is that actually their family, man?
I don't know their names. I'm just saying.
Well, you really
I'm just saying. It doesn't matter.
The offspring, the first cousin, the second cousin.
Cousin George, he's annoying.
The godfather.
If that cousin George ever gets over that's when we'll fuck.
At
least we can laugh about it, but jeez.
Don't get me started on their pet dog.
If they sign us over to that dog, it's alright.
So just quickly, did you get to? Have you might not have as well released very recently, but Arteta did a press interview, shall I say? Have you listened to any of that yet, Eva? It's only just come out on Arsenal channel. It's like a 30-minute long one about his 100th game. Okay, he's just talking about unity and whatnot. But
yeah, he mentioned that word a lot.
A lot.
Is that a buzzword of the week?
Unity is a big one.
We're united.
That's what he kept saying.
So we've left transmit in last month and we're down to unity now, yeah?
Transmit is a good
Tune in next month to see the next buzzword, people. So what's he saying? Unity amongst what? Fans
he wants unity between the fans, players, because that's the most important thing for him. As long as everyone's basically playing off the same hymn sheet, and he wants that to be the main focus. Whether the result, he's like, as long as everyone's together, that is what he's working towards. And yeah, and do you know what? It was a very Arteta's very good with his words. It was very. I think it was a pretty good interview. But you guys should watch it, listen to it, and get your thoughts. But unity is definitely he says it so much throughout. Yeah. There should be a unity count on it.
I won't disagree with him. I think we do need unity. Yeah. I'd say we need unity against the owner, but I get what he's saying. We need unity behind the team and behind the process, I guess, the project and whatnot. So there's a thin line between what are we getting united behind. True. Obviously we should be united.
Yeah.
Whether, through thick and thin, we should be united. But obviously over the years, that unity has divided.
Yeah, right.
We need to get united again, but do we get united behind another fruitless project, potentially? Or do we get united behind something we believe in?
Yeah.
Or do we balance it and get united behind Arteta and the team? And go up against the ownership, because that is a viable option too. You can balance it.
That can be unity as well. Yeah, that's true. You're very right there.
I just need a fresh direction.
Yeah.
And on the pitch, I'm seeing enough for a fresh direction with the new players, the youngsters, and a big thing is, not to be too harsh, but a lot of the players we're not seeing. Like, that's a big part of it as well. If we're not gonna, have a change of ownership, then I kind of think the best thing they can do is give Josh Kroenke the reins and put him in front of the media. Get him talking to us, get him to talking to fan groups. And, the money has been spent of late. Keep that momentum, keep showing ambition, keep backing your manager. And if the results continue, cool. I want to be hearing a lot more from you. So I'm more open about the potential for change and the potential for improvement. We'll see.
Sorry to ramble on because I know we're going to get to the game, but I actually think it was quite brave of him to talk about unity and he gets asked about trust the process in the interview. The fair play to the interview asked about that, and I think it's brave of him in the sense that he's new to managing and he's got Arsenal. It's a big job, and for him to say trust the process, I know it will work. I believe in the youth, the people I'm going to bring in. Is very brave because it's his first job. I think I expected quite too much of Arteta at the beginning, but I think now things are starting to come together. It is still early days, but a 10-game run, if we win today, I'll be happy. I'm going to be honest. So yeah.
No one can say he's not doing it his way.
No.
You know, we've read the reports that he wanted Ramsdale. Certain people at the club thought it was too much. We're looking at Neto at Barcelona, and he went, no, give me Ramsdale. We know that we wanted Ben White for 40 million. We didn't really want to go above it, but we paid 50. He's doing it his way. And for better or for worse, at least whatever happens, when he leaves, he'll say, I did it the way I wanted to. Yeah. And that's kind of all I can ask from a manager.
Yeah, and let's hope the way he wants to do it is the way that brings Arsenal back up to what we wanted.
Yeah.
Are you starting to trust the process, Turkish?
A season will make me trust.
Okay.
That's how it should be, really.
Kind of looking at 10 games and 20 games under Emery and basing our opinion off that.
Sure.
When in reality, a 20-game run in the season without achieving top 4 is a poor season. It doesn't matter how you felt during that 20-game run.
That's a good point.
It's what you do at the end and what you achieve come May. So obviously I'm happy at the turnaround. How can you not be? 5 wins, 2 draws is top 4 form. I'm happy with that. You continue that, of course I'm going to be happy. But the end of the season is when we can judge fairly and with some substance. So yes, I'm enjoying the turnaround, and yes, we should go and beat Watford today comfortably, and we should have our goal difference in plus today.
Right.
Yeah,
that's a big thing as well.
So for me, I think let's just get the turnaround not complete, but over the line into the next international break because we've got Liverpool away after.
And that sums up really. That kind of says it all.
But how are we feeling about today, Shaw? Let's go on to today. I'm banging on about Kroenke.
Charlene's got a scar. Charlene.
Yeah, we've not seen the Kroenke interview, but we're going to talk about it loads.
None of us
just get our feelings out there. Today, I'm feeling excited. I mean,
10-0.
Not that excited.
Get me off the street.
You know, sure.
I can't be involved in this.
I'm not that crazy.
I can't be involved in this viral moment.
Thanks. No, I reckon we'll go out and get the job done. I don't want to underestimate any team. I mean, we saw what they've done at Everton. They got that 5-2 win against them recently. But I feel like we've got enough to go out there and really show who we are. Clean sheet. 3 goals. That's what I'm saying today.
3-0.
3-0 to us.
Before the lineup's even out, you're going
Before
with
the lineup's out,
saying-
I'm trusted in you, Arteta, and this process as well as all the players out on the pitch today. I want some consistency with that lineup as well.
Yeah, 3-0.
Have the bookies got 3-0 down? Because I'm sure everyone's used. I went down to the stadium. I put it in the build-up, and everyone was saying 3-0.
3-0 is one of those predictions where you're on form, you're going against a team that are poor at home, and it's like a default. You know, it sounds like a 3-0.
And you've got Ramsdale in goal, making unbelievable saves. So, you know, clean sheet.
Still
on the
riding that
agenda. I'm riding that wave. Listen, I need to get a goalkeeper top with his name on the back.
Russ?
Yeah,
He
like
is becoming
that.
a fan favourite.
The lineups have just come out as well, so before I go into the other predictions, let's just go through it. Obviously, you mentioned Ramsdale, easy number 1. Well, he's not the number 1, but yeah, he is number 1 for us this season. Tomiyasu right back, Tavares left back, White and Gabriel centre backs. Maitland-Niles and Sambi Lokonga in the middle.
Okay, no Thomas Partey.
No Thomas Partey on the bench either. Smith Rowe number 10, Saka right, Oba left, and Lacazette up top. Or it's the 4-4-2, like James predicted in his pre-match lineup, with Oba and Laka up top. Subs: Leno, Cedric, Holding, Tierney's back, El Nene, Odegaard, Pepe, Martinelli, and Eddie Nketiah. So yeah, so that ends up with Thomas Partey.
There's always one player.
Listen, it shouldn't change things too much, but
it's a young midfield. Maitland-Niles and Lokonga.
why does it have to be our best player?
I know.
Why does it have to be our best?
But when you think about it, before the season, I'd look at Thomas Partey and Kieran Tierney as the ones I'd look at as our future leaders, and we're missing them today. But hopefully, you know, Arteta's creating something here that, you know, when you're missing one player or 2 players, you know, people slot in and understand what's required of them, understand what needs to be done, and and it doesn't look as messy as it has done before at times.
Yeah.
You sticking with 3-0?
I'm sticking with 3-0. I mean, obviously Maitland-Niles coming in for Thomas Partey. That doesn't highly concern me. The fact that, you know, I've been seeing Maitland-Niles post recently, showing him, you know, working hard and stuff. And he put out that post before about wanting minutes. So I feel like when he comes out today, he's really going to have to prove himself. You know, he's got big boots to fill today.
Big game for him, yeah.
Even when he last got minutes as well, I think he had a good performance.
Yeah.
So that doesn't concern me. I hope Thomas Partey's all right though.
I'm trying to have a little dig, but I
Nothing's coming
can't.
up.
Nothing at the moment. I'm sure we'll find out more soon.
Recently, it's like we found out after the fact with Tierney as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the lineup comes and we're like, oh,
yeah.
what's happened there?
But I don't know. I kind of get that as well because obviously they might have found something happened day before, but they don't want to let obviously the other team know. But it is sometimes quite later on after we hear what's really happened. But do you know what? It is a bit of a worry. Partey's not being there, but like I said in the build-up in January, they're going to go. The African players are going to go away as well. So it'll be a good thing to see how we cope. And like you just said there, we want to see if Arteta can have a like-for-like change and still the team still perform. So we've got to remember that we're going to lose some of those players come January, so for a little while. So just we should be able to get the job done regardless. That's the main thing.
Of it here. James, you look a bit concerned about it all.
Yeah, you seem very
He
concerned.
looks highly concerned.
But I'm concerned. You seem like, oh no,
Has this changed?
this is it.
Has this changed your outlook on the game massively, or?
No, it's not about changing my outlook. It's just so frustrating because we'll know that. So now we know that's come from training. You know, he was just finding form. He was just starting to slowly get to his best. Goal against Villa, great that day. Great at Leicester, forming something with Kroenke. And we should still definitely have enough. But you've now suddenly got what I consider, Maitland-Niles and Kroenke, they get about, they're sturdy, they're strong, they're athletic. But you just feel that midfield is just that little bit more lightweight now, that little bit more inexperienced. You know, and if I'm Ranieri, I'm now thinking, wow, okay, well, let's dominate that area and stop the supply line. And that's what worries me a little bit. I'm glad we still got Aubameyang Lacazette out front leading the line. That's obviously great. That's a very inexperienced, but it's a very young midfield four from Saka through to Smith Rowe on the left.
Sorry, an update just saying that Thomas Partey's got a tight groin.
Well, the only positive that comes out of this is he probably won't go on international duty, so he can stay and recover, and that's, you know, cool. That's something to look at. But yeah, that's.
This guy's had no serious injuries apart from when he comes to Arsenal.
Right.
In his whole career, what is going on?
Years on end.
He's played in a hard league under a disciplined sort of style of play as well.
Yeah, it's not like you can say he's coming from like one team where it's laid back to a team. He's actually kind of gone the other way. Simeone is so intense with his regime and his demands of the players, and he comes over here and maybe the change downwards has had an impact. Maybe, you know, when you're so intense at the top level and then
you slow down,
that can have an effect too. It's not always stepping up a level.
Exactly.
That's very true.
But you know what? On that note, I forgot to go through the Watford lineup, and obviously that'd be an interesting one considering Partey's not in. So let me go through Watford. Foster in goal, Rose left back, Firmino right back, Firmino right back, N'Kolo and Cathcart centre backs. You have Sissoko in the middle. And it looks like they're going for like this is according to One Football, 4-1-4-1. Kuka and Ozan Tufan in front of Sissoko, Sarr on the right, Dennis on the left with Josh King up top, or Josh King on the left and Dennis up top.
If they do go with that,
some pace and power up top.
It's a fluid lineup as well. I mean, they can go to a 2 up top with Dennis and King, similar to us with Ober and Laka.
Yeah.
So they're gonna
some power in midfield, Sissoko.
Yeah.
This is a bigger test for Maitland-Niles and Kroenke. I'm a little surprised. I know he's done it before. He did against Norwich with playing Maitland-Niles and Kroenke. I'm a little surprised he's not gone for El Neni.
I was just about to say, is El Neni on the bench?
Yeah,
just a bit more experience, just a little bit. But you know.
But you know what? This is what Maitland-Niles wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So if we kept him, if we didn't let him go to who was it the last few days of Everton, then you know what? Let's see. Let's see. I'm kind of with you. El Neni is probably the safer option in terms of cleaning up and just being around that area. But let's see what he's about.
So spotlight for you today. Let's do your spotlight. Is it going to be Maitland-Niles? Is it Oba through and through? Because realistically, I know how you like to to keep an eye
For
on.
me, it's Ober again.
Again. Oh,
Ober
he's
again.
never gonna. All right, cool.
Well, you're keeping
And
your
that's
eyes
not,
on him.
That's not me like adding extra pressure. That's just me saying you're coming up to halfway through your bumper contract. You haven't found the form that you did pre-contract. It's coming up to January, and I think again we talked about being fair on judgment on the team at the end of the season. I think halfway through your contract, similar to Nicolas Pepe, it's fair to start judging you accordingly.
Okay.
You've had the time. You know, we've given you the patience, the credit in the bank, let's say with Oba.
Yep.
Now I feel like we need to know, because we're not achieving what we all want to achieve this season, and that's challenging for titles and whatnot.
Agreed.
So we need to know, is Oba going to be the one, well, not the one moving forward because he's got a year left, but can he be the one next season, or do we need to start thinking of a first choice striker next season? So for me, the spotlight's on Oba quite a bit this season. And again, that's me wanting him to, you know,
Yeah, that's no disrespect to him. That's you want him to hit the heights that he was hitting, like you said, pre-contract. So I understand that.
Fizz here says, what the hell is a tight groin? Just give it a rub, innit?
Do you know what? The man is thinking, when you said that, I was thinking about, I was like, no, that can stop me from playing. But it's mad when you hear that. It's like a tight groin. Just bust a little stretch.
Man,
but
you
no,
tell
no,
your
I
Sunday
can't be
league manager
serious.
tight groin. Don't be like, right, you ain't playing for 3 weeks, mate. If you don't come today, we've got another one here.
It's so true.
Saying our
Can't tell you
midfield
much
is
of
going to be a sieve today. Sambi and Maitland-Niles don't do a lot of defensive work.
No, I think that's
disagree with that.
I think that's a real myth, personally.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
And today will be a good test of that. Because we should, listen, the Thomas Partey thing, obviously it's a big loss because he is one of our important players, but we're playing a team that I think we should still roll over without Partey or with Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm getting ahead of myself there.
I'm really less worried about what Maitland-Niles and Lukonga do off the ball. I'm actually more worried about what they do on the ball. Partey's
Breaking the
ability
lines
to break the lines, get us forward, get us into the from the final third, from our third to their third, like with one pass. That's what Partey can do. And I think there's just something about playing against Thomas Partey. I just think there's Watford midfield would just be thinking, all right, there's no Thomas Partey in midfield, and that.
Yeah, that'll give them an extra buzz. You're sticking with 3-0, Shaw.
I'm still sticking with 3-0.
Cool. James, what's your prediction for the day?
I said 1-1 on Forever Arsenal as more of a every time I don't back Arsenal they surprise me.
1-0.
So I'm going to stick with it. But it was more for banter before. Now I'm legitimately a little bit worried.
People asking me why I've cut my beard because I see Josh has grown a beard. I don't want to look like that guy, so I said, you know what, I'm doing the opposite.
It looks sharp on there as well. You got, looking sharp.
I've been watching my videos, man. What's he trying to do, this Josh?
I
Man?
had no idea.
Exactly.
Beard gang.
Imagine starting the interview and saying, how's it going?
Yeah, imagine. No, that'd be amazing.
Out of 3 that I've had the screen, bro.
My owner. If he did that,
If he started it with how's it going?
that would be
How's it
amazing.
going, people?
They
I
are-
like the way you done it the other day, Cess.
Come on.
Obviously, they're showing the Kroenke interview behind people. I'm going to watch this in depth before I give my reaction to it because it's needed. I think we need to... Listen, he's talked before and we've needed to read between the lines, so this might be the case again.
Calling it now. If we don't have the first half we're hoping for, I think Odegaard will come on at half time.
Yeah.
Just to give us some guile and control in there.
So you're predicting 1-1 in the hope that produces a win, Cecil?
I predict 1-0 Watford because every time I predict we lose, we win. So sticking with that. I would love to see a 3-1 because I'm going to be there for Arsenal, but
They need to stop asking us our predictions because we're not actually predicting.
Yeah, I know. We're just
We're
doing
just trying to help, please the gods.
You lot doing
It's a
superstition.
the
All
gods
right,
of
mine is
football,
for
yeah.
superstition. Let's put that aside. What is your score
No,
prediction?
that will ruin the ritual.
Oh my God.
the gods. We're not like that,
Well,
Charlie.
what a
All right, can you
what a
write it
stupid
down
question,
then, and then let me
I
see it
can
after the
possibly
game?
do that. I can't believe that.
I know. Thinking Arsenal going to win. Jeez, we've got to
What about
keep
you,
our standards,
Turkish? What are your
thoughts
predictions?
She
low.
asked me to go against the
I'm going with
ritual.
what he hopes for, Cecil, 3-1.
3-1.
I said that
To
before
us.
the lineup. Yeah, 3-1
Okay,
to us. 3-1 to us. I know I predicted an L in the last couple of games, and we pulled it out of the bag. And a lot of people want me to, follow the superstition and say another L. But I'm confident today. We should get the job done without Thomas Partey. Cool. Maitland-Niles just step up to the plate, and we're not looking at you to be a future starter for us, but you can potentially be someone in and around the central midfield area to help us.
He's done well this season when he's come in.
He has, and
I give him a
that
lot of
might
credit.
be
He's
his
done-
role.
He has done well.
He does.
That might be
Yes,
his role.
yes.
Today we're going to need a bit more than well because you're starting the game, and It's just before international break, just before the Liverpool game, and on the back end of a very good run. 3-1 I'm going with.
Can I ask, who, out of everyone here, who does the defensive, the deeper role in that too, and who does the more expressive, let you go forward and run?
I'd
for
perhaps say Maitland-Niles would be more defensive and Lokonga more drive forward.
Okay. Okay, yeah, fair.
I would say that it should be the case.
Right.
But I understand why he's huffed over there.
Look, of the two, and there's very little in it because they actually operate like Partey and Lokonga have really operated like an old school midfield partnership.
Yeah.
One goes, one sits.
Agreed.
Lokonga leans a little bit more to the defensive duties than Partey, who I think was starting to express himself going forward a little bit. So I think for the sake of not disrupting the system, Maitland-Niles will get forward a bit more. I also think Maitland-Niles does actually have a bit of flair about him. He's got a little bit of quality on the
laid back flair.
I was gonna say flair.
Yeah.
Flair's the,
I know what you mean though. There's something,
say
but
that,
he
but
does
he's
it.
got-
I think power and he can beat a man. I don't know.
No, he does. He's got this guile on the ball. He does have this kind of. He makes the game look easy.
Okay.
And sometimes you are like, wake up.
Yeah.
Come on.
But you know, he plays at his tempo. In fairness.
Got a super chat from Flo. Big up Flo. He says, no Partey, no party. Big up Turkish, our big Arteta out. And we have another one from Tom saying, for what it's worth, 33-1 on Sky Bet for Arsenal to win 3-1 and Oba to score first. I don't know about that. I'm not into the betting world. I can't lie. I'm not a fan of losing money. KD
Well, after
says,
that penalty shootout, I should step in and.
is the formation
game?
4-4-1-1?
Oh, okay.
What do you think? What do you think the formation is, James?
4-4-2, but it's Lacazette drops in slightly to the right.
Who's this guy with Josh? I've seen him before.
Is that Tim
His
Tim
uncle.
Lewis?
Is that the Arsenal advisory board? And you see him
That's
in the
cousin
picture?
George, mate.
That's cousin George. Oh, okay. That's
Come
the
on,
next phase.
You know him.
Alex says 2-0 to us and the ladies team later. Plus, I'm looking forward to the 17th of the month going
Ladies
to the
team
ladies
quality.
game versus Cole. I think KOGE.
Come on, you got
The Arsenal women are quality.
No, I think he said versus. That's probably a team.
They're on fire.
Kogoshaw.
They're on
Big up
fire.
Alex. Come on. You tried. You tried. Obviously, there's top squad as well, people. I'm just going to go around quickly ask
Yes.
one name that you guys, are going to stick most chips on today. Shah, let's start with you since you said yes.
Oh, who is getting money on me today? Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe, yeah?
He's on my starting.
He's on a bit of form, I can't lie.
He
That's a good
is.
shout. James?
Lacazette, always involved, especially in these scraps at home. And I always advise people, put your in-game money on the Arsenal left back. They're forever taking throw-ins, driving forward, crosses into the box, the lot. They'll pick you up a lot of little points.
And Tavares has a few shots at every
Yeah, he
game
loves
as well.
Yeah.
it. He plays like a kid in a playground. That's what I love about
Yeah.
watching Tavares play at the moment.
Will he
So,
get
yeah.
a goal today?
Let's
Hopefully.
see. Cess?
I always pick my spotlight player, so my spotlight today was on Saka. I need him to have a really good game today. I think he's dipped in form a little bit. I want to see him really fly through today and lead the boys. Young midfield. Hopefully he's
Is
a
that how
shining
you
light.
pick your player? You pick your
Well,
spotlight?
last week it was Gabriel.
No?
And he scored, and he was worth so much. Put double down on him, and I was like,
Well done.
that was.
Where'd you finish?
What about the 60 weeks
I
before
finished in the
that?
top 10.
Man's picking at that 1 week. Yeah, last week, but the 60 weeks before that, I picked
Yeah.
him. And it,
Don't ruin.
Yeah.
Listen, don't ruin it for the viewers. Yeah, I got a little ting going.
do your
It
thing,
worked
bro.
last week. It's
Do
gonna
your
carry
thing,
on.
fingers crossed.
Jeez Louise.
We're all here just for superstitious.
Yeah, exactly. Clearly.
But yeah, Saka and Oba as well. Obviously, I expect us to get a few goals today. Even though I did predict 1-0 Watford, but
Oh, I get nervous.
deep down.
Yeah,
Are you putting it on no Watford players then?
No,
No superstition
not,
there?
Not today. No, not today.
I'm doubling up on Emil and Oba.
Okay.
I expect them both to be involved. I expect goals in the game and them to have been, well, not have been, Emil in particular has been in and around that box area. His time and his runs a lot better than he has been.
They're
so-
linking up nicely, those two as
Yeah,
well.
they are. And Lacazette's creating the space for them by dropping in. So Emil and Oba for me, I'm doubling up on them.
Is that the only
Yeah.
players you're putting in?
Yeah, I'm doubling up on both of them.
That's smart, actually.
Interesting.
Right, that's different. Yeah.
Alright.
Look at James getting some tips from me.
I know.
Top squad boss.
He's the final four, the final level. James B versus the
I
world.
sit there
Literally.
studying this game for hours every night.
I need to beat you, James. That's
Trust
my
us.
mission.
Look at this chat here. No Partey, it's still okay. Turkish predicting the win, we're screwed. I can't win. Man predicts the
I like
win.
that.
People are like, oh shit. I predict a lot of people like Turkish is negative. I predict the draw is like, what's this guy on? People, I'm confident today. 3 goals minimum.
Hey, you're ruining the
Minimum.
superstitions, bro.
Don't
Just
worry,
chill.
man. Let me run through the lineup before we wrap it up, people.
Cool.
Ramsdale in goal. We got Tavares left back, Tomiyasu right back, Gabriel and Ben White in the middle centre backs, Maitland-Niles and Sambi Lokonga midfield pivot, Saka on the right, Ober on the left, Emil Smith-Rowe number 10, and Lacazette up top. But like James said, it could be Smith-Rowe on the left,
Yeah, it'll be
Saka on the
4-4-2.
right
Yeah,
of the 4, Lacazette 10/ next to Aubameyang. So we'll see how we set up. Obviously, it's very fluid, and modern day football kind of is about that.
Can I jump in just before we end the stream? I just wanted to say my thoughts and prayers to everyone at Astroworld and what happened out in Houston. Yeah, really, I'm learning more about it sort of with every day, like the news coming out, what happened. But
8 people, isn't it? 8 people so far numbered that's passed.
yeah,
From it?
Probably more, but you know,
yeah,
Yeah.
it is mad. There needs to be a lot more regulations at some of these festivals. I remember one wireless I was at about 6-7 years ago. Something similar was about to happen, and because it wasn't as big as that event, Travis Scott's obviously nothing materialised like it did. But I agree with you. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, just with 60,000 will go to a stadium today, and I think the frustration is that this is something that you have protocols in place. Have we not learned anything from history? But we're not here to talk about that. But just my thoughts, prayers, and it's it really shook me, that news actually.
It's mad. It's mad. But you are right to mention it. I think thoughts and prayers. Some people just going out to enjoy a music event and not returning home. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's just going to an event like people going today, and it's just it's mad. It's just
it puts it into perspective.
It
Like
does.
you said, today is an event with 60k people, and But listen, thoughts and prayers out with everyone affected by the events at Astroworld, and we hope that the bodies above learn from that. We'll be back at around 1:45 for Match Day Live, so tune in then, people. Love for the love as always. Peace.